We're so happy to be joined by our hosts for today's CZ. John and Angela Vachons are great supporters here in Kingsport, great friends to your Kingsport Chamber, and big developers in downtown Kingsport. They're also the co-owners here of Banq. They're also the co-owners and developers for Urban Synergy. And John and Angela, thanks for hosting our show here today.
Thank you guys for joining us. Yeah, absolutely.
So tell us about this beautiful event venue, Banq, here in the middle of downtown Kingsport.
Well, this building sat many years neglected and empty, like a lot of buildings in downtown, and so you see the historical character and the landmark nature of this building. So we knew it needed something, and so we bought the building and we started looking at the need of the community and then the need of the building to match that. So we developed Banq, the event venue, which is a banquet hall in a bank. So we redeveloped the majority of it into that event venue, including the roof deck, this grand hall, and then we have a loft, a corporate loft here that people can stay in after their event. And so we restored a lot of it. A lot of it was not intact anymore, all the characters, so we have restored some of that. Some of it we've actually made a little bit more urban and raw. So.
It's just a beautiful venue.
Absolutely,
I mean, anybody
yes.
who's ever been to an event here just knows that. I mean, aside from just what it looks like without any decorations, once you all actually, doll it up, I mean, it's pretty amazing. Just a great location too. So, what kinds of events do you offer here, and what types of amenities do you make available as well?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you name it, we've hosted it. As far as the events, I mean, we've had everything from private parties, corporate events, tons of weddings and receptions. One of the beauties of it is kind of that indoor-outdoor component, being able to have the roof deck, for social or for ceremonies, that sort of thing, and then also the indoor, the ambiance inside here as well.
Yeah, these huge windows.
And the windows, the views are stunning views.
Get to overlook our beautiful downtown.
Yes.
That's right, and watch the people take advantage
That's
of all
it.
the great green areas, green space that's down here too. So if somebody wants to have an event here, how does the catering work for that?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now we have several caterers we work with. We have several of the downtown restaurants that do catering. We've been doing this since 2009. We're also in the process of recruiting a restaurant. We've got the first floor that we want to be able to recruit in an upscale restaurant that can also do catering. Also, keep the roof deck open 7 days a week. Be able to have that roof deck bar, kind of a martini bar feel. We've also got a 3,000 square foot cellar here that has an old vault. Would be great, kind of a speakeasy feel, and that sort of thing. A lot of opportunities for catering, and there again, you name it, we've had that, here as far as different styles, and you can really get creative with the culinary aspect.
So you can actually make it kind of a one-stop shop for somebody if they want to. This is where they can host it, and you can also help them get the food lined up for it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is helpful for corporate events as well, because they want to just be able to come in, have their event, and then we set it up for them, and then they do what they need to do, and then they can leave. So it is nice.
Now, we can't let you out of here without talking about your other business, Urban Synergy, and this development company. And you all have spent a lot of time and tremendous amount of money in developing a lot of properties in downtown Kingsport, and we're very thankful and so appreciative of that. So tell us about Urban Synergy and some of the properties and some of your developments here.
Okay, yeah. Well, of course, we're always building residential lofts because we know the need for that, and so we always laugh and say that we could build 200 lofts today and 200 will be filled because there's a great demand for that. And so we've redeveloped a few buildings over the years for specific tenants, and so like some of our tenants, Hook and Ladder Distillery, Uncorked Wine Bar, we have Hokey Smokey, we have Mustard Seed Cafe, Fermented, Style, we have Sugar House Bakery, Hibbert Davis Urban Brews, which actually we just recently acquired. And so we have a lot of neat tenants that contribute to the downtown as a whole, but we've been fortunate enough to redevelop those buildings for them. And so we love redeveloping the buildings because you not only change that structure, you also change the community around that when you do that. So the thing that we're doing right now is we're actually restoring the Sullivan County Bank building beside a Wallace Newsstand. So we pulled off the 1950s brick facade, and underneath that, after 50 years, has been the granite facade that hasn't been exposed in so long. So we've only had pictures, and so we've taken that back, the layers, and it's underneath there. So, and the other goal from the One Kingsport Summit is to redevelop the State Theater for a performance venue. We have a group that's wanting to do that, so to open a performance venue.
Great news.
Absolutely.
Well, you all have done so much to change the face of downtown. You're huge supporters and champions of downtown. And of course, as you mentioned, that's a huge effort of the One Kingsport Summit. And we're going to talk about that later in the show. But tell us why downtown is so important to our community and what separates downtown Kingsport from other downtowns you all have visited.
Gosh. Many things.
Yeah.
We love this downtown.
Yeah.
And so I think about the big thing we look at is, and I know John loves to talk about the river and Bays Mountain, but I think that that's one of our best assets that make us so unique in our region. So our proximity to our 3,500 acre Bays Mountain and our river that runs adjacent to our downtown is phenomenal. We also have 400 acres to play with, which is nice because there's a lot of room for redevelopment, but there's also a lot of room for new development in our downtown. And so I think about there's so many to mention. Of course, the amenities for urban living is pretty much second to none around in our region. And so I'm sure John has a lot of things he wants to add to that. We could go on and on about what's...
How long is your show? Yeah,
Gotta have a series just for that.
I mean, it's great. It's great to hear that, there's that much to talk about. But please, John.
No, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing. You know, I mean, there are so many great characteristics, and yeah, you basically could fit every single downtown that's in the Tri-Cities into the footprint of downtown Kingsport. That's how massive it is, and that's the way that it was designed to be. And so, you know, so whether it's a, you know, an urban coffee house or you know, the third place is the restaurants, you know, places that you go that aren't work, that aren't home. Downtown is just full of them, and that's the thing about it. It brings the community together, and it's just a great gathering place. And you go out, when you do go out, you know, you're running into friends and family, and you know, just you're meeting new friends and all that, and that's the whole thing about it.
It's a huge community.
Yeah,
We always say it's like an adult college campus.
Yeah, that's right. It is. Yeah,
One of
feels
the
that
things
way.
a lot of people don't know about our downtown is we have 5 coffee shops, we have 2 wine bars, and 35 restaurants. So a lot of people don't realize that because our downtown is so big and they're spread out throughout our downtown. But if you put all those on one street, then that's where you kind of see that impact. So it's something that you know, having the big downtown allows that opportunity for more restaurants. So.
And you mentioned One Kingsport. You know, all of those components that were presented were intertwined through the downtown. You know, whether it's arts and entertainment or you know, residential, you know, housing, the academic village, you know, so all those components, and that's there again. It's the heart of the community, geographically speaking, but also emotionally. You know, this is, you know, what Kingsport is proud of, and actually the region can be really proud of. So, you know, we're seeing that.
Sure. Well, anytime you look at an aerial of Kingsport, you notice, I mean,
The
downtown
downtown,
where
that
it starts
map.
and everything spokes out from
Yeah.
the downtown. So it's great that you all know how to take advantage.
Yeah, and the accessibility to the river, you know, like
Yeah.
Angela said, the outdoors, the nature, you know, so many great things that that make this region wonderful and a great place to live. You know, we always talk about quality of life. You know, if you can, you know, go out basically out your front door and, you know, be on the river, on the green belt, you know, in 2 minutes. It's just wonderful. Not many places like that.
Right.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is our weekly concert series.
Right.
So we
Yes.
bring the people to the streets, which creates that community. And within 1 mile, we have a employee population of over 20,000 people. So we have a large audience to pull from. So when we bring those concerts to the streets, we pull those people into our downtown. So and they get to enjoy that.
It's just an exciting time to be here in the Kingsport community.
Yes.
So, Angela and John, if people want more information either about Banq or about urban synergy, all of the things that you all have going on, where do they get that?
Yeah.
Here's
So
our
well,
marketing
so we've got several websites.
Okay.
So obviously urbansynergy.net.
Right.
So that's the urban synergy component. You can also call 423-245-2408 to get urban synergy. As far as Banq, BANQ with a Q, it's bankdowntownkingsport.com. And you can go there to go to our website, see all sorts of pictures, but it's also 423-247-BANQ, which is 2267. So 423-247-2267. And then Hibbert Davis Urban Brews, you know, our most recent acquisition, that is hdurbanbrews.com. And we've got it's 423-247-HDUB. So
That's
we
really
really
impressive.
try to
They
get
own
it.
so many, you know, it's hard to keep up with them all.
Everybody got that?
That's why we have to spell it out at
Yeah.
the end. It's
HDUB,
like,
we wouldn't
okay,
remember other
You just
options.
need
remember 3
vachons.com, so you can get everything under that.
And we're
so.
on Facebook for the
okay,
thing.
right.
absolutely, yes.
We probably remember that.
Wow, it's just amazing. Well, John, Angela, Sean, first off, congratulations on
Thank you.
everything that you all have helped happen here in downtown Kingsport. Thank you for everything that you've helped.
Thank you
happen
guys.
here.
Yeah.
We
Well,
really
thank you for
appreciate your hosting us today.
putting it out there. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you both.
Thanks for coming.
And we'll have the latest news and developments on downtown Kingsport when we come back with more of your CZ from Banq.